And howdy. Howdy, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. It's Tuesday. Yay. Yeah, let the fun begin, TJ. You got that right. And TJ, in case you haven't noticed yet, I just smurfed you. I wrenched you. Now we got Joe Blaylock and Sunrise Florida Media came and went. He's got to work. I don't know what he's working on. Probably not getting caught. And Fly Zone, Mikey. Good evening. So, Lee is not here. Okay, Lee, we didn't see you. So I guess the biggest news of the day, the week, whatever, revolves around the old shark bite system. And Mr. Ray Kelly, good evening, sir. Or should I say Captain Ray Kelly? Anyway, so apparently Fat Shark is no longer supporting their shark bite. Well, it wasn't theirs to begin with, but the shark bite system that was sold by Fat Shark is now all HD0. And Maddie's in the house and Sergio's in the house. Good evening, folks. So, I'm actually going to dabble with some shark bite stuff, and I actually have a new purchase to show too. Sky Zone 04 L's, because I'm a cheap bastard. I couldn't see myself spent extra money for the 04 X's. Harley FPV in the house. So, anyway, come back to this. So I actually found this little gem right here on Thingiverse. It slips right over the fan like that, and it'll allow me to mount the shark bite receiver. And where the hell did I put it? Well, it's around here someplace. So now we all gotta wait for the HD0 stuff to come off a back order. Sergio, what's your name again? Huh? I had a girl once that asked me, what's your name again? Just as I was getting interested, she's like, hey, stop. What's your name again? Hey, what does it matter? At that point, I mean, anyway. Yeah, Thingiverse is great. I'll do some of my own designs. So I use SolidWorks to do my designs. So anywho, so I'll be playing with that. I still have one analog quad left. It's the little UZ80 right here. So gives me a justification for having analog goggles, I guess. I actually had another analog, the 3-inch diatone, but I got rid of it. So everything else is on the digital side. But I want to see what that shark bite thing is all about. So we'll be playing around with that at some point. Be some small, some whoop type that I'm going to put the shark bite into. See what it's like. See what else we got out there besides the old DJI. Given the headwind that DJI is facing these days. Now, question is shark bite doing, or Fat Shark doing the same thing that DJI was doing? Was their units instead of doing them in-house? And yeah, Maddie, I'm reading your post here. Hold on, we can transfer to Crossfire, upgrade all my cameras to my quads. Yep. And you're actually in luck because the Nebula Pro is back in stock. The Nebula Pro Nano just came on the market. I've stayed away from the Polar so far. I have a Polar Nano, but I haven't installed it in anything yet, so I can't really make any judgment about it. I want to do something now I actually have the Nano Pro, or the Nebula Nano Pro, or Nebula Pro Nano, whatever that thing is called. And I'm going to install that in that little P16 and see what the difference is. Yeah, I saw you got the V2s from Ken. I saw the social media posts on that. And actually, I've ordered my CADX stuff straight from CADX, and it has not taken too terribly long to deliver. The last one I ordered was the original Vista unit, was the original DJI camera, and that didn't take no 10 days to get here. So they're pretty Johnny on the spot with shipping now. I think they finally got it figured out that they can't ground ship anything out of China. It all has to go airmail. I think they've got a better system in place now. Wifey asked me, oh God. Wifey asked me what I want for Christmas. Whoa, she is a brave young lady. So, anyhow, yeah, now getting everything converted over to DJI is a feat. So, what protocol were you flying on now? Controlling, were you flying on now, Maddie? Were you on FR Sky or something? Three DJI cams, one Crossfire Nano module, 3 Crossfire Nano receivers. Get the Crossfire Nano starter kit. It comes with the module and 3 nano receivers, $129. Availability is a little sketchy, but they are out there. Well, you can still continue flying on FreeSky even with your DJI stuff, but long term you want to upgrade to the Crossfire. Yeah, anybody that wants to start with either Crossfire or Tracer, I highly recommend just buy the starter kit. You get the module and 3 receivers, and the price is very, very competitive for that. I'm still farting around with stuff here. I got my nano receiver, and I have Express LRS receiver right here. I have not had the chance to work on anything. It is a crying shame. I've still got stuff in bags and boxes around here that I haven't even touched yet. I got so much stuff I need to fix. So the quad Ken gave him had polo camera in it, but also has crossfire, so you can fly it until I switch. Now, that is getting the crossfire module is the easiest part of it. And Scott, Jack Raven FPV is on the house. Hello. Anybody want to go rabbit hunting? And Angie Lost Girls. Good evening. We're getting a real crowd here. Since we get a real crowd here, if you don't mind, hit that old thumbie upper button down there. Yeah, make it look like we're doing something. And I guess I got found out. If anybody watched that random stream on Friday, apparently I've got a new site gig, a new weekend gig. And I don't know how this logo came out, but let me do this. Because of my new gig, I had to slightly alter my logo to reflect my new site gig. Let's see here. What the heck's going on here? Let's try. No. Let's try this one. Ready? Apparently, I'm having a hard time spelling around here. What the heck's going on here? All right, let's try this one and that one and that one. All right, there we go. And now I can share that. Share screen. There we go. Ta-da! So the slightly altered logo. I think everybody recognized the color scheme. I've also got it up there in the top corner of the stream itself, like right there. And I have these on order. Let's see how they turn out. Let me share that too. Let's see what these turn out to be like. Is there a link for merchandise? Yes, there is. It's down in the description, and I'll post it here in a second in the chat too. The hats are not in there yet. I'm having problems with Teespring saying they can't do these logos for some reason. Let's see here. Got that. What the hell's going on here? What in the world? This ain't cool. This isn't cool at all. What in the dickens is going on here? Huh. Teespring, you are screwing up on me. What the world is going on? Yep. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm going to have to tear into Teespring and find out what the hell is going on. Yeah. Yeah, you might need to send that to me there, Mikey. Something ain't right with Mr. Teespring. And Chuck's in the house. Yeah, happy holidays to you too. We still got a little bit. Next Tuesday will be the big giveaway of the Parrot Swing. So make sure you tune in for that. We're gonna create a swinger yet. That didn't turn out right, did it? Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Teespring. He just kind of ticks me off now. Why would I purchase a domain? I don't want a domain. I just want the store to work. And why is the store not working? Yep. Angie's doing a change. Looking to change logo up a bit. My channel name, keeping most of it by changing it to Lost Girl Adventures. Lost Girl Adventures sounds good. All right, we'll have to. Well, I'll look into those guys and see what this is. Yeah, Teespring there. I don't know. I like the Teespring being able to, sell international because there are people in Europe that follow me. So I will look in those, Mikey. Thanks for sharing that link. Yep. I guess I'm going to have to find out what the hell's going on here. Send us a message. We'll reply under an hour. Now, if that isn't freaking reassuring, yeah, screw it. I mean, I'm going to deal with that later, even though it's kind of. I'll make an announcement next Tuesday as to what we're doing. What's logos. So until then, or in the meantime, yeah, things been kind of quiet. I mean, other than this Fat Shark thing, I really haven't seen. Oh, DJI, the new DJI RC Pro, I guess the new generation smart controller. There's video out of that unit being used was an Air 2S. So apparently there's gonna be you're gonna be able to use the Air 2S was the new smart controller before long, which kind of makes sense because the Air 2S is a OcuSync 3 or O3 protocol. Mavic 3 is O3 protocol, so both of them to be running on the new RC Pro. It would make sense to me. So for those that are, yeah, I've seen they're gonna provide the new smart controller was the, well, you can't really call it cheaper Mavic 3 or the cheap Mavic 3 because there ain't nothing cheap about the Mavic 3. So we'll have to the more economic Mavic 3, if you want to call it that. So yeah, but I don't want to know what that packet's going to cost. That's got to be $4,000. I mean, it's 3,000 was the Flymore pack. You're gonna be what is the Mavic 3, the new smart controller selling for? Let's see. Do they even have it for sale on their website? Let's see. Mavic 3. Yeah, so that's $1,200 for the RC Pro. $3,000. Yeah, you gonna be all of $4,000. I'm sorry, I'm just not there. I can't get there. No way, no how. Not happening. Yeah. I mean, it's a great drone, but it's not. I think I don't want to call it overpriced because for what you get, I mean, it's a pretty good deal, but geez, $4,000. That's a chunk of money. Yeah, right there. Chuck nails it. Yeah, it's still DJI flooded the market with some products for I believe for two reasons. Holidays, so they trying to get everybody's holiday spending or getting their chunk out of holiday spending. And B, with the FCC gunning for DJI, I bet you they release products just to have them on the market prior to whatever sanctions the FCC is going to put up against DJI. So they're not stuck with their product in the warehouse. Because, I mean, to develop a product, build it, and actually get it out for sale is a very expensive undertaking. Now, at the spin up, we actually had their head test pilot patched in on video conference and or Zoom call, whatever you want, Skype, whatever it was. And he actually told us that the US market is not the largest market for DJI. Actually, the largest market for DJI is China, followed by Europe, and US come in the third place on that equation. So, yeah, I'm fairly certain that they just try to get stuff to market. So hopefully they get grandfathered before whatever sanctions they get hit with. I like the Air 2S, but I'm not there yet because I want to know what they're going to do with right in the remote ID. Oh yeah, that thing again. Remote ID. Yay. Oh, Chris Hope's in the house. Good evening, sir. It's yeah, I mean, we still got this remote ID lingering. And yes, I know. When you in the Fly app, there is a thing in there for remote ID, enable and disable. Question is that going to be the remote ID that the FAA and the FCC are actually going to approve? Because they're going to need approval from both agencies. FAA that does what it's supposed to be doing, the FCC because it's a radio signal, right? So let's find out what we're going to do about remote ID and how exactly does it shaping up to be. And I'm very concerned that we're not hearing any more about it than crickets right now. I mean, this is almost as bad as Auto on the shipping of their new units, which was said by their CEO, we have in our happy ends by Christmas, but I hate to say it, but Christmas ain't but 2 weeks away. Let's see, two and a half weeks. If they want to get that product in our hands by Christmas, they better start shipping yesterday. I mean, why did Autel even release that stuff if they have no product to sell? Trying to beat DJI to what? You don't have no product. You got nothing to sell. Why bother? I should have let DJI bring out the Mavic 3 and then come in after him. Was a much more economically priced option and snap the business out from underneath them. But yeah, the by Christmas thing came from the CEO of Autel. So apparently Mr. CEO of Autel, or the owner of Autel, whatever he is, yeah, well, Autel had issues when they came out with the Evo 2 too. And if you go onto the Evo website right now, other than a few batteries, some props, and some prop guards, they have nothing on their site. Everything is sold out. I mean, how is a company going to stay in business that has no product to sell? Kind of, yeah. I'm very disappointed with Autel. That's all I can say. Drone Obsessed Jerry, stopping in for some Sonic goodies. I want to let you know that he's listening while he's driving. So, yeah, well, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Autel didn't, and we're going to have to figure out how we're going to turn that mess around. Well, we don't have to turn it and figure anything out. They're going to have to figure out how to turn that mess around. But, I mean, what else we going to do? Fly Hubson? Yeah. Right. Ain't happening. What's the text and worth a crap for me? Okay. Maybe you shouldn't be crapping while you're texting. So that's that out loud. And place it here. Good evening, Ken. All tell, won't tell? Yeah. Well, we're renaming Autel to Can't Ship. One can ship, the other one won't ship. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Mr. Autel. But right now, I hate to say it, my Evo 1 serves me well, and I'm just going to keep flying that and take a look from the sidelines and see what happens next with the remote ID, what happens with the Mavic 3 updates. Yeah. Yeah, check. They did. They did. Can't. I mean, you can't help but agree. So we got Autel saying they're shipping, not shipping, and Fat Shark bailing out on Sharkbite and leaving everything up to HD0. Which that is probably not the worst thing for us to happen. Apparently, they have skin in the game. HD0, DVM, DiviMass, whatever they call themselves. So let's see what they come up with. I'm looking forward to have a smaller digital system for smaller quads. But I must say that P16 was the 1.6 inch blade and props on it. I like the little booger. It's fun. Can have its both personality too. I mean, you fly it on 2S around the house and you fly it 3S outside. So that makes for fun times. Anybody else in the chat that I missed? Let's have a look see here real quick. No, I think I've got y'all. Let's see what else did we have on the. What else do we have that we could report on? BMAC is out. Was a dark and stormy flight. Let me do this here. See what happens. Let's see what we got here. So, anyway, I don't see anything worth talking about anymore. Let's see. Kenny was going to ask something about Tracer. We'll have to get him squared away. Actually, probably easy if you just email me and email me your phone number, LoneStarUAV@gmail.com, and we'll sort out your Tracer issues. Yeah, thanks, Orbit Slow. It's the holidays. What do we know? Best Buy been having some good sales though, but nobody wants to know about that. Did we hear anything about Canadian Drone Hub shutting down? Nope, I haven't heard about that yet. Ken, it's LoneStarUAV@gmail.com. What about the Autel Harley? We just talked about the Autel Nano and the crickets from Autel, and it sucks. Roger is stopping his live stream. He's not happy about where his channel has gone. Well, he's at the morning show, and I guess it's more. It became less about drones than anything else. So we'll all need to go over to Canadian Drone Hub and show Roger some love. Well, Harley, you're good. You're good. Um, Martel is just over promising, under delivering. And right now, they ain't got nothing to deliver. There's nothing there. You go on their website, there's no product unless you've got 125K laying around, and then you can get yourself one of those dragonfish. And if you do, tell me when you're going to go fly it, because I will be there. I want to see that bad boy in action. So, yeah, YouTube is a ton of work, and it's an ungrateful little B word. Um, I've actually bought video intros for this channel, and I've been using them. And every last one of them that I bought, I'm getting hit for copyright claim by somebody on behalf of third party. I protest, file a dispute, and they always release the claim. And it's starting to really get annoying. Well, it's not just what's in the chat, Chuck. It's also what's being said and the conversation. I used to frequent him more when I worked from home. I could turn it on and have it run in the background, but we all had to go back working from the office, and really didn't have to. We don't have the time for dealing with everything anymore. And my daughter, I haven't really paid too much attention to things because the situation with my daughter, she was again in the hospital. So on Thursday, she went and finally had to cave and get the COVID vaccine. And we're not going to get into that discussion whether or not that was a good thing that she did or not. She didn't want to, but she had to because of work. So we'll just leave it at that. So she gets the shot on Thursday. On Friday, she's in the hospital with 102.5 fever, heart rate of 130 to 160, and just generally feeling like crap. And at first, the doctors were looking for an infection because the elevated heart rate and temperature, actually the fever. Turns out they finally just said it was a reaction to the shot. So that put her in the hospital for 3 days. So y'all can imagine what my weekend was like. So Manny, there's a nice adapter. There's a couple of adapters available for the DJI goggles to use with an analog module. I actually have one. Well, I don't have it within reach, but I do have it for my. I don't know if you saw it at Spin Up or not. I know Kenny saw it. So yeah, I'm going to be playing around with these 04Ls. And let's see how this goes on. I was actually down for me to Fat Shark V6 or the Sky Zone 04L, and I ended up going with the 04Ls because they have a better module in them. And thank you, Angie. Voice to text. Yep. You gotta type. Use your fingers. 2-finger seek and destroy mission. Keyboard hacking, whatever you want to call it. Let me see if I can make myself a little smaller here. Hey, come on. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, you should be stoked. But anyhow, I think I'm just gonna make it a short one today. I don't see anything really worth talking about anymore. It's been a weekend for me. I actually had plans and stuff, but all that kind of went by the wayside. And we'll leave it at this comment right here. That is probably the best way to sum up Ken right there. Yeah, and see, Ken is really wanting to help you out there, Maddie. Just he will take all those analog drones off your hands, so you don't have to worry about anything but digital anymore. So, yeah, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. So, anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna call it the evening here. Thank you all for stopping by. If you can, hit that thumbs up button on the way out, please. I would appreciate it. Next Tuesday, we'll be doing the swinger giveaway. So until then, y'all be safe out there. We'll see you next Tuesday for the holiday show, and then I think the following week I'll be on vacation again anyway. And no, it's the day before I go on vacation. So, all right, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate every one of you to take time and stop by. And I will see you next Tuesday.